What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing our 30-minute upper body and core mat Pilates class. If we've not met before, hi, I'm Margaret, I'm 26, and I'm a certified Pilates instructor. For today's class, it's gonna feel like you need a lot, but remember, if you don't have this equipment, you can still do this class without. If you have a resistance band, grab onto that. If you have a slider, grab onto that, and then a set of light weights. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I just want you to come down into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Whatever that looks like for you, cross-legged, legs out in front of you. Maybe you wanna sit in a long butterfly position. That's totally fine too. We'll take the hands right to the tops of the legs and then give me one big roll of the shoulders to open up through the chest. I want you to feel like your shoulder blades are just kind of sliding down and back. From here, we'll take 4 big deep breaths. It's an inhale through the nose to fill the body up with air. Think about filling the rib cage from side to side and front to back. And then we can exhale out, let all of that air go. Good. 3 more like that. Nice big inhale. And then exhale out, let it go. Good. This will be 2 big inhale. And then exhale out, we let it go. This will be our last one. Big inhale. And then exhale out, let everything go. Good. With that last exhale, let's reach the arms so they go out by our sides. I want you to spread your fingertips out nice and wide. Take an inhale to lift your arms so they come up overhead, whatever overhead looks like to you, reaching fingertips to the ceiling. And then exhale, we'll press the arms right back down towards our mat. You can tap the fingertips all the way down. We'll move through that 3 more times. Big inhale, you'll lift up. Good, and then exhale, take it right back down. Good, we'll go for 2. And this will be our last one. Big inhale, reach everything up. Good, and then exhale, take it right back down. Good. With that last exhale, let's take the arms in front of us. I'm mirroring you. If you haven't been with me before, don't let that throw you off. Left arm stays where it's at. You'll inhale, open up through the right side, reaching the fingertips back behind you, opening up through the chest. Exhale, we'll bring things home. Let's do that 2 more times, just on the right side. Inhale to open up. Good. Exhale, bring it right back in. Good. 1 more, we open up. Good, and then we'll take it home, keeping the right arm where it's at. You'll inhale, open up through the left side, reaching the fingertips back. And then exhaling to come right back through center. Just for 2 more, you open up. And then we'll take it home. For 1 more, we open up. Oh my gosh, I'm already feeling sweaty. And we bring it right back in. From here, both hands come down. We're sliding the right hand away from us, lifting the left arm up and overhead, finding a big release through the left side of the body. Nice big side body stretch. Good, when you're ready, we press up through center. We take the same thing the opposite way, sliding that left hand out and away from you, reaching the right arm up overhead. Awesome. Take a moment, take a breath. When you're ready, we'll press it back up, and then just for good measure, let's go 1 more time each direction, over towards the right. Good. And we'll bring it up, and then we'll come over towards the left, sliding out, lifting the right arm up. Awesome. From right there, let's come all the way up through center. Take a little shake of the shoulders, take a nice deep breath. And when you're ready, we're gonna hop right into our core work. I want you to grab onto your resistance band. We're starting off with the band around the tops of the feet, right where your shoelaces would be if you were wearing shoes. And then we will grab onto 1 of our weights. Just 1 of those weights. Your hips are going to scoot forward. We'll lay all the way down onto our mat. I want you to lift the knees up above the hips, flex your feet like you're pressing your feet up against a wall, and then press out onto the band. From right here, you take your weight into the right hand. You'll lift the arms so they come up above the shoulders, and then nothing else will move except for the arms. We'll take an exhale to press the hands so they come down by our sides. Inhale, you'll lift the arms right back up. Good, let's do about 4 more like that. I want you to just notice how things feel. Okay, notice if you feel like you're pulling maybe over towards the right, or maybe you're pulling over towards the left. That's 3. This will be 2. And then last one. Good, we'll keep moving like this, just adding on. So if at any point you want to come back to a spot. Keep your head down, just move through the arms. When you're ready, it's an exhale. We crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders, pressing hands outside of the hips. And then we inhale, lower all the way back down. And you'll just keep moving like this. Big exhale, you press up. Inhale, you take it back down. Good. Okay, I've gotten a couple of questions this past week about hip flexors feeling tight, or asking how we get out of the hip flexors and get more into our core. Now, my first like gut reaction to that is to tell you to open up a little bit through your hips. So by taking the heels down, we create more space at the front of the hips, right? And you can move through that right here. Okay, that's a really good option. Okay, second option for you, if you feel like you're getting a lot into your hips, is to really just kind of shift your focus, right? So instead of thinking, okay, I want to crunch up as fast as I can, think about moving slowly and pulling your rib cage closer down towards your hips. I'm going to tell you to turn off through your hips, although it's not like physiologically possible. Sometimes that's helpful. If it's not, that's okay too. Taking the hip out of flexion though is what will help. Okay, if you're ready for more, next time you crunch up, we're going to pull, we'll pull the left knee in, shoot the right leg out. And then we'll inhale, lower back down through center. And you'll keep moving like that. Right leg goes out, left knee pulls in, hands outside of the hips. Inhale, you'll come right back down. We're moving through this 4 more times. We go up, and then we'll take it down. 2. I just spit all over my leg. Disgusting. Last one. Press it out. And then bring it all the way back in. Good. Take a second right here. You can pull the elbows in. You can pull the knees in. Take a second. Take a breath. When you're ready, we're just moving into that same exact thing on the other side before we change up the band. Grab onto your weight, take it into your left hand. Again, you're lifting knees up above the hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. Nice flexed feet pressing out onto your band. Both arms reach up above the shoulders. You'll take an exhale just to press the hands down by your hips. Okay, we're starting back off at ground zero. Inhale, lift the arms. Big exhale, you press down. Inhale, you'll pull it in. Good. As we move through the second side, I want you to start to notice what feels different here, if anything. And we're noticing those differences not to be judgmental about them, but to use them as information, right? So if on this side, maybe you feel like you're pulling over to the right, that's good information, right? That tells us that we can press a little bit more into the left side body. Okay, if you're ready to do more, let's crunch on up. Big exhale, we press the hands outside of the hips. Crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders, keeping the lower body still. Inhale, we lower all the way back down, and you keep moving like this. Big exhale, you go up. Inhale, you take it right back down. Good. Perfect, and you just keep it going like that. Check in with the feet. Are they still flexed? Good. Do you need a second to take your feet down to the mat and release the hip flexors a little bit? That's fine if you do. I do as well. Okay, if you're ready for more, let's add on. Next time that you crunch up, we're shooting the left leg out. We're pulling that right knee in towards us, pressing the hands outside of the hips. Inhale, everything comes back down through center. It's an exhale, you crunch up, you drive that left heel out. Inhale, you bring it right back down. Let's just go for 4 more. It's 4, because we got a lot of core work in today. Ha ha ha, as I laugh maniacally. This is 2. Good. And then last one, you press that left side out. We'll bring everything back in. Knees can pull in, put the weight off to the side for just a second. Okay, take a breath, take a moment. If you need to pause and then come back in, that's cool. Do it. That's the beauty of doing workouts on YouTube. You can pause at any point and you won't miss anything. When you're ready, we're going to slide the band down so it comes right about in the center of our calves, right about here. Okay, and then we're going to lift the legs up above the hips. If this is not quite for you, you can come back into tabletop or you can take the feet all the way down. Okay, lots of options. I'm gonna go right here. I want you to open the legs up, press out onto the band, and here let's point the toes. I default to a pointed toe. We're grabbing back onto our weight. You're going to clasp your hands together around your weight, reach the arms up above your chest, and then we'll take a big exhale. You're going to crunch up through the head, neck, and shoulders, pressing your hands to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, you'll lower all the way back down through center, and we'll keep moving like that. You go up, and then you take it down. Now we're adding on an element of rotation through the upper body, okay? And when the upper body rotates, sometimes the hips like to follow suit. I want you to resist that temptation of your hips to rotate, okay? We'll continue to press evenly into our hips. And if you're not sure of what's going on, that's okay. That's okay. I know I've said this before with you guys, but a lot of the times, especially in exercise and especially with Pilates, we want to do things exactly perfectly, and we get a little bit discouraged if we don't get things right on the first go, okay? So I feel like it is my job in my teaching to help you let go of that feeling that you need to do things correctly, or that there is a way to do things correctly. I want to help you figure out how to make Pilates work in your specific body. That is my goal, okay? We're gonna add on a little bit more right here, okay? You'll crunch up to the outside of your right leg, lower it back down, pause right here. We'll open the legs up wider. You exhale, crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders, pressing the weight through your legs. Inhale, you lower back down. Maybe you hit the band. We crunch up to the outside of the right leg. We'll lower down. Maybe you open up the band a little bit more, crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders. And it's a really slight movement through the legs. It's nothing crazy unless you have a really like flexible band. Mine does not have a whole lot of give. And I keep hitting it. It makes that rubber band sound because that's what it is. Good. Let's just go for 2 more. It's 2. Good, and then last one. And I kind of lied, you're gonna get used to that with me. We'll come up again to the outside of that right leg, hold it right there. You're pressing down into the right shoulder, lifting up through the left, looking to your weight. I want you to take your legs, press out on the band for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We'll bring everything in. You can bend at the knees, drop your head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Maybe take a little rock from side to side. Take a moment, take a breath. Okay, we're gonna do that same thing again on the other side. And then we'll be out of this banded core series. That's the good news. That is definitely the good news. I knew when I did this on the reformer, it was going to be not fun on the mat. I knew it, okay? When you're ready, legs lift back up to a spot that's comfortable for you. Maybe it's bent knees, maybe it's feet all the way down. When you're ready, we clasp our hands again together around the weight. You'll take a big exhale, crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders as you take your hands, take your weight to the outside of your left leg. Inhale, you'll lower all the way back down, stopping your weight up above your chest. Big exhale, you go up. Inhale, you take it right back down. Now for me, right away, I feel myself pulling over to the left side. Okay, if you feel that happening too, it's okay. It's okay. Just see if you can put a little bit of pressure into the back of your right hip. See if that helps you at all. Good. Perfect. Okay, we're building off of this. Let's go right here. We'll exhale, crunch up to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, you'll lower back down. We'll pause. You'll open the legs up. We crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders, pressing the weight through the legs. Inhale, you come back down, and then we go up to the outside of that left leg, and you'll keep moving like that. It's okay if your fingertips get caught on the band. Mine are as well. Good. See, it's a little fun. Let's go for 3 more. But I know you guys will let me know in the comments if it is not fun. That's 3 and 3. We're going for 2. And 2. This will be our last one, kind of. Last time we go up through center, And then we're gonna do a half rep right here, coming to the outside of our left leg, pointing your gaze towards the weight, lifting up through that right shoulder, maybe pressing the left shoulder down into the mat. Let's press out on the band for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Everything comes down, shoulders, head, neck, weight, knees pull into your chest, and then just take a moment, rock a little bit from side to side. Take a deep breath. Okay, you're doing so good. From right here, you can keep the band where it's at. We're going to walk the feet out so they go towards the top corners of our mat. Your knees are pretty far away from your hips. You'll lift the arms up above the shoulders. We're doing one roll up. It does not have to be beautiful. Big inhale, fill everything up with air. Remind yourself how strong you are. It's gonna be tricky, so let's do it together. Big exhale, we'll tuck chin to chest. You'll reach the hands towards the tops of your knees, pulling hips and rib cage closer to each other, pressing out onto the band, pressing into the heels. You roll yourself all the way up. How fun was that? Okay, from here we pull the legs together. You'll slide the band off. And I want you to put your band off to the side, somewhere that you can pretty easily grab it. From right here, we're going to pop up into a kneeling position. We'll grab onto both of our weights, okay? And I'm gonna stay facing this way. Our left knee is gonna stay down, our right foot's going to go out in front of us. So we find like a kneeling low lunge, okay? Before you do anything else, you're checking in with the left side of your body. You've got shoulder on top of hip, hip on top of knee. Try your best to press the top of your left foot down into the mat. If this position is not going to work, I want you to sit cross-legged instead, okay? Or come down hips to heels, whatever's gonna be comfortable. All right. From here, we take a moment just to mentally prepare. We'll reach the arms out in front of us, arms in line with the shoulders. Right arm stays still. You'll take an exhale, bend back through the left elbow, rotating open to meet. Inhale, we'll push that left arm forward. Let's keep moving like that. Big exhale, we pull it back. Good. Inhale, we press it forward. Good. We'll bring it back. And then we press it forward. Let's just go for 4 more. It's going to be 4. For 3. Good. Do you hear my voice shaking? I do. This is going to be 2. Last one, you're gonna pull back, hold it right here. I want you to look back towards your left shoulder or your left elbow. Take your right arm for 4 reps. You're going to lift up and then lower down. For 3. For 2. Ooh, and then last one. Good. Right arm comes down. You're going to push the left arm forward, shoulders square off to the front of your mat. And then for 6 reps, we're going to exhale, pull back through both of the elbows. Inhale, you'll push it forward. For 5. For 4. 3. 2. Woo! And then last one. Good. With that last one, your weights come down very carefully. You're going to pull that right knee back in so your knees go about hips distance apart. We'll draw in from the lower abs, pulling the front of the hips upwards towards the ribs, and then we hinge back from the hips, sending the hips towards the heels. Both elbows tuck into the rib cage. You'll take an exhale, press the hands back. Inhale, bend at the elbows, take it in. We press back, and then we'll bring it in. Good. Awesome, and you just keep moving like this. Press it back, pull it in, go back, and in. Let's go for 6, for 5. Good, you're looking down towards the top edge of that mat. Good, for 3, 2. Last one, you press back and hold. Left arm stays where it's at. You're going to take your right hand, bring it towards your shoulder, bending at the elbow. Okay, here we go. For 4 reps, all you're doing with the right arm is pressing up, you're pulling back in, and then pressing that right arm back to straight. That's 4. We bend, press up overhead, bring it in, and then press that right hand back for 3. I think we're doing an extra one. That's okay. For 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, we come all the way up. You're pressing the hips forward. You're shaking out through those shoulders. We take that all again from the top. Right knee stays down. Left foot is going to step forward. We'll check in with the right side. This one will be tricky because my right side is not facing to you. So just stick with me. We've got the shoulder on top of the hip, hip on top of the knee. The top of your right foot is pressing down into the mat. Take a second to get situated here. Whew, if you're feeling warm, it's okay. So am I. We're reaching the arms out in front of us, rolling the shoulders down and back. This time the left arm stays still. We'll exhale, bend through the right elbow, rotating open to the right side of the room. Inhale, you press that right arm forward. Keep moving like that. We exhale, pull it back. Inhale, you reach it forward. Good. I knew that the classes this week were going to be a little bit tough. I was not anticipating to feel this sweaty. So I'm going to go ahead and blame the summer heat in Chicago. That's what I'm going to go for. Let's just go for 4 more. It's 4, for 3, 2, last one, you pull back and hold. Now, I feel like we did more reps on the first side, so let's go for 5. We take the left arm, you're going to lift it up and then bring it back down. You'll go for 4 more. It's 4. For 3, are you still pressing down into your left heel? Good, you're going for 2. You got it. And then last one. Good. Left arm lowers down. We push that right hand forward for 6 reps. We bend both of the elbows, pulling the weights towards our waistline. Inhale, you reach those arms out. We go for 5. For 4. Keep breathing. For 3. Whoo! For 2. And then last one. Good. Arms go forward. You can drop them down and then pull that left knee back so it comes in line with your right. Again, we're tucking the tailbone under. We're sitting the hips back towards the heels. Imagine that you're folding a book in half. Your hips are the spine of a book. You're hinging back like you're trying to close a book, but you're not quite ready to close it. Is that a good analogy? I don't know. Pull the elbows into your rib cage. We go right back into our triceps press, exhaling to press those arms to straight. Inhaling to bend at the elbows, pulling the weights towards the shoulders. Exhale, we'll press it back. Inhale, we pull it forward. Let's just go for 4 more. It's going to be 4 because we're going to get a lot more triceps here very soon. This is 3. Whew! For 2. Last one, you press back and hold. This time the right arm stays still. We're taking that left arm. You pull the weight to the shoulder. You're going to press up overhead. Bend the elbow and then press the left arm back. For 4 more, we pull in, press up, bring it in, press it back. You're going for 3. For 2. And then last one. Ooh, don't mind the voice crack. Press it back. Pull things all the way up and then take your weights. You're just going to put them off to the side. You can put them right at the top edge of your mat. Okay, from right here. Take a moment, take a breath, shake things out. You're going to find your slider. Okay, both feet are going to come onto your slider. Let me move my notebook out of the way. Both hands come down. Now I'm just scooting over so I can be on my carpet. Hands come down about shoulder distance apart. We're stepping the feet back onto our slider. Both feet go together. You can squeeze the inner thighs together. We'll take a big exhale, bend at the knees, pull the knees in towards your chest. Inhale, you reach the legs right back out. And you keep moving like that. It's an exhale, we pull the knees in. And inhale, we reach it out. Now, if you don't have a slider, here's what you get to do instead. Pull one foot in and then the other, step back and back. If you're down on the knees, you're drawing in from the low abs, reaching hips to heels, and then pulling it back home. Okay, I'm making you do 3 more wherever you're at. It's 3. For 2. You got it, last one. Good, reach it all the way out. I'm gonna step back over to my mat, drop the knees down, sit your hips to your heels, reach the arms along in front of you, and just take a moment Take a breath. Good. When you're ready from right here, let's pull things forward. We're coming back up into our tall kneeling position, grabbing back onto our weights, okay? Your knees go about hips distance apart, and make sure you have enough room because we're gonna be hinging back from the hips just a little bit. So make sure you've got some room right there. Both weights come into your hands. Whew. We're bending at the elbows, pulling the weights towards the shoulders, okay? I want you to take an inhale right here. We're going to hinge back from the hips. And then you'll exhale, press the hips forward, press the weights up overhead. My weights get cut out of the frame, that's okay. Bring it in, hinge it back, and then exhale, press it right back up. Okay, we bring it in, and then we'll press it out. Good, and you'll just keep moving like this. Good. This next series is meant to imitate what we did on the reformer for our heart rate elevators. That's what the studio I used to work at called it. And it's, you know, it's the best way to describe it, I think. It's just like a little cardio section, right? You got your heart rate up, and then you hop right back into the fun stuff, okay? So on the reformer, well, actually we did it on the ground, but in class on Monday, we did a little like squat series with an overhead press with the band, and I'm being really nice, not making you use the band because, I mean, this is an upper body and core class. All right, we're gonna add on to this. Next time you hinge back from the hips, you pull the elbows in nice and tight. We're pressing the hands back. You're pulling back in, pressing the hips forward, reaching the weights up overhead. And I'm gonna flip this way to show you what that looks like from the side. We hinge back as we find a triceps press. We'll press the hips forward, pull the weights up, and then press up overhead. Okay, we go back, and then we bring it in. Good, let's just go for 4 more. It'll be 4. For 3. For 2. Whoop, and then last one. Awesome, with that last one, everything is going to come in. I want you to take your weights, put them off to the side. Good news is we're done with the weights. Bad news is we are not done with this class. You're finding your slider one more time, wherever it's at. We're popping back up into our plank. Both hands go down, both feet reach for your slider. Okay. And then when you're ready, it's a big exhale. We bend at the knees, scoop from the lower abs, pull the knees towards the chest. Inhale, you reach the legs right back out. Exhale, we'll pull things in. Inhale, you reach it out. You have the same options from down on the knees, same options without the slider. You pull in, out, out, or you're drop down to the knees, you're tucking the tailbone under, reaching hips to heels, and then pulling back to your modified plank. Wherever you are choosing to take this, you're gonna do 2 more. Big exhale, we bring it in, that's 2. Inhale, reach it out. Last one, we bring it in, whoo! And then we'll reach it out. You can drop down to your knees, reach your hips to your heels, scream a little bit in your head, find a child's pose. I say that jokingly, but I also mean it so seriously. Every time that I'm having like a tough time in class, I always think of that meme with the dog in a burning room, and I reference it all of the time, all of the time. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Editing, Margaret, don't forget. Okay, when you're ready, our final series, we're gonna be doing some more upper body with the resistance band, okay? So hopefully you've got a relatively light one somewhere around. We have a couple of options with how we can take this. I'm gonna go up in a high kneeling position. If you'd like to sit your hips to your heels or come into cross-legged, that works great too. Pick the position that's gonna work for you, and you can change that at any point. Okay, from right here, we're taking our resistance band over into the left hand. I want you to cross your left hand over towards your right shoulder, okay? Excuse me, I had a carbonated drink before this, Grab onto the rest of your band with your right hand and then flip your palm down towards the mat, okay? From here, it's a triceps press. I told you we were getting more triceps. Big exhale, you're pressing the right hand down. Inhale, you're bending at the elbow to pull things in. Good. Big exhale, we press it down. Inhale, you take it in. And we're not doing a lot. This is really like our finisher for class. So just stick with me. All right, press it down. Bring it in. We're gonna go for about 4 more. This is 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. Everything comes in. We're swapping over to the other side. So both of your hands are in the band. You're just going to flip things. So your right hand comes across to your left shoulder. Your left hand is grabbing onto the rest of that band and you go right in. Big exhale, you're pressing the left hand down. Inhale, bending at the elbow to pull things home. And let me flip this way so we can see the same exact thing. We press down and then we'll bring it in. Press it back. Take it in. If you'd prefer to use your weights right here, go ahead and use them. Okay, remember I said it's the end of class, so you do what you need to do. If you want to use no equipment, that's fine. Do it. Let's go for 4 more. It's 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Don't mind my singing. Pull everything in. Take a moment. Take a breath. Okay, last little bit here. You're sliding the arms into your resistance band. Okay, right about at the center of your forearms. Right away, you have to press out onto that band a little bit, roll the shoulders down and back, pull the elbows into your rib cage. Your palms are facing towards each other. You're taking an exhale to press the arms out in front of you. Inhale, you bend the elbows, squeeze them back towards your rib cage, and let me flip this way as well. We press it out. We'll pull it in. If this does not feel so nice on your shoulders or on your elbow, don't do it. Just do it without the resistance band. You can grab onto your weights or even do it without the weights. Out and in. We're going for 4 more. It's 4. I don't like this one either. This is gonna be 3. And I'm sure you're thinking, you don't like it and you programmed it. What is wrong with you? For 2. I don't know, last one. We press out, you hold it right here. Roll those shoulders down and back for a count of 10. You're pressing out on the band and pulling back in. You're going for 9. Whoo! 8. It's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Arms come all the way down. Oh my gosh, you're gonna slide the band off and then slingshot it towards me. Just kidding. Toss it off to the side, bring your hands down to your mat, scoot your knees back. If you wanna go right into a child's pose from here, I'm all about it. Take that if you need it. Press down into the heels of your hands, press into your knees, press into the tops of your feet. We'll take an inhale to arch at the back, open up through the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, press into the heels of the hands, curving the spine up, looking towards the tops of your legs as you point the crown of the head down. Whew, let's just go for 2 more like that. We inhale, arch the back, let the belly hang. Good, exhale, we press into the heels of the hands, curving the spine up, looking to the tops of your legs. Don't mean to make it weird, but it just kind of is. We do 1 more like this, bring it down, and then press up and away. Awesome. When you're ready from right here, let's take it back to tabletop. I want you to imagine that you are a dog with a tail. You're trying to catch your own tail. Okay, so sway your hips over towards the left. Look over your left shoulder. Try and look at that left hip like you're looking at your tail. Okay, we're finding a little bit of a squeeze through that left side, releasing and opening up through the right. You'll come back through center when it's time for you. And then we take it over to the right, swaying the hips to the right, looking over the right shoulder, trying to get a good look at that right hip. Good, take it back through center, 1 more each side, to the left. Whoo! And then to the right. Awesome. When you're ready, we come back through center. You're going to reach your hips all the way to your heels. Take a big inhale. Exhale out, let it go. See if you can press your chest a little bit closer to the mat. Awesome. When you're ready, both hands are walking over towards the left side of your mat. I want you to press back extra heavy into your right hip. Think about opening up through that right side, finding space from hip to rib cage to armpit. Good. When you're ready, take it back through center and then walk on over towards walk on over to the right. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. Right and left gets really tricky. Okay, press the hips towards the heels. Think about opening up through that left side, finding space from hip to rib cage to armpit. Good, big inhale. And then exhale out, you can let things go. Good. When you're ready, we take it back through center. You can walk your hands in towards your knees, bring yourself into a seated position, take any other stretches you feel like you need, and you're all finished with me for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know down in the comments. Remember, you guys are awesome and you can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you back here tomorrow for our lower body class.
I just can't resist you.